advantage, which is super detrimental to anything, you know, Zaheer would want to do in terms of recovering. Of
That
course, he does have the bombs he dropped, but, you know,
then
that can only go so far.
That also begs the question of the Tetrakarn, like, how is that going to interact with it?
Yep.
And so, no shock, starting off with your Boomerang to try and negate options. And Cargo, kind of like we mentioned right now, Zaheer is just looking to try and control Omega's options, feel him out with the safer options, his Nair, the Boomerang. Nothing too committal just yet.
Yeah, nothing too committal. I mean, you're going to have to feel out the game, especially against, you know, a player like Omega, who pretty much dissects you as the game goes on, like you said. And that's kind of what Zaheer needs to do on the other end. We'll see if he's able to do that, but and already Arsene. You know, when you see Arsene this early, you know, it's trouble. Here we go, getting back.
Whoa!
Oh, man. So I think because he reversed it, he got sent the other way.
Yeah, that was a very heads-up play from Zaheer and Omega.
Because even if the counter missed, he'd still be able to send Omega off.
Correct.
Oh, man.
And Omega just covering the route so well.
Yeah.
It's basically a hallmark for him that there is no options when you are off stage, but Arsene's gone. Let's see if that can equalize this game for Zaheer.
Yeah, that's kind of the, you know, the bad thing about playing against Joker is, you know, when he doesn't have Arsene, it's like, all right, it's go time. I'm going to put on the percent. I'm going to, you know, try and kill him. But the more percent you put on, the more meteor builds. So in reality, you're kind of digging your own grave in a sense. But we'll see if Zaheer is able to find any early kills. Right now, it wouldn't be too much of an early kill, but really just got to find land. He is getting juggled for his life.
And right now, Zaheer needs to start thinking in terms of percent efficiency.
Yeah.
Where the Nairs weren't giving too much, but that double fair, that meter is ready to pop. So something needs to give right now.
Speaking of, he tried to finish it out with that up B out of shield, but Omega, of course, all over it. I mean, when is Omega not all over your options? And, you know, Zaheer is on the front end of this, trying to find land. Oh, man. And
can't land with that dare.
Go for the Elite Smash right there. You know, that down air, I've seen it many a time, but not working out against someone of Omega's caliber. And now, man.
And that's the thing. What Omega knows that you're going to try to commit to something heavy like that down air. It could rob a stock from him early, but there's no reason for Zaheer, talking back a couple seconds, to get off that Angel platform. Just let it burn the clock. Let it burn that Arsene gauge, and then jump down. Sure, you'll lose some invincibility, but now you're playing with a lot less of Arsene to deal with.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, the longer you stay on the Angel platform, the less invincibility you have when you come down. So, you know, it can kind of play a factor in that sense. But, of course, you know, I'd much rather burn that Arsene meter. And burning the stock is here. 2-1 advantage for Omega. We'll see if, you know, he's able to find any life. And, you know, this is only game one, of course, in a best-of-3 setting. So,
yeah, I do. If yours are here right now, I think you have to start thinking about the habits you have obtained from Omega, which there are far and few between in terms of bad habits. But you can start counter-adapting, building that game plan. Zaheer doing a great job throughout the course of this set, using his aerials to snuff out the quick options that Omega likes to use when he's landing on you. But I think the hardest part is right now, to your point earlier, Cargo, is just dealing with Omega stuffing every option. Like, look at this pressure.
Damn! He is all over him, Ducks. Absolutely nowhere to go. And using that tether cancel to extend himself off stage and set him up perfectly for the backer, that is what Omega is known for. That is why he's ranked as high on the PR as he is in Georgia.
It's amazing the foresight that Omega has to pull that play, because it's such a heads-up awareness play. You know Zaheer is going to look for a bomb drop, so you cover him high. Well, he goes low to try and get the bomb. Now you just backer him. It's game over. Lights out.
For sure.
And we're going to Smashville. I don't know if I'm 100% on this pick yet, but...
yeah, Smashville, smaller stage, which, you know, I really don't know. This might just be a comfortability pick. I mean, it has to be, really, against Joker. But, you know, really, what stage do you kind of pick pick Joker to, you know?
That's fair. I mean, I will say one thing right now that I think we've talked about with me playing Young Link in the past is you can't spin attack out of shield every time. That's such a heavy commitment.
Yeah.
And Omega is just racking up damage for free because of it.
Yeah, especially at the lower percent, I feel like it's just not as good for Zaheer. Maybe a higher percent is definitely more risky, but also the reward would be higher there where you get the kill, man.
Omega is just stuffing all these options out. It just completely untouched.
Man, it is looking tough, and this is, you know, I mean, Joker's top tier for a reason. Omega's skill with his character is also very impressive.
Oh, even his Sephiroth is a problem in itself.
I mean, Omega's proven himself as a player, and
I really like the use of that wall bounce with the Aegon to try and force Zaheer away from the ledge.
Yep.
But again, this is just proving that Omega is constantly thinking about how you are adapting to his game plan and how he can
Oh my God.
What a play from Omega.
You know, was that just kind of a download from game one? Because, you know, we saw Zaheer when he was, you know, suffering a disadvantage, he'd throw out that down air in hopes. But to counter and place it perfectly like that, you know, that's a call out 100%.
I mean, right now, look, he just has him in this loop, and it's essentially every time he says you have an out, and Zaheer will pick an out, and it's like wrong answer.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Even getting, you know, Arsene on that, or that little meter from that arrow, man. It's tough.
It's just, this is a clinic in surgical gameplay and how to download your opponent. I mean, right now, yes, we have Omega off stage. Surely he'll recover from this. No.
Oh, man. So hoping he was a little bit closer to that ledge. I think he would have made it back when he was all the way down there, though, before he got tapped.
He was right there. I mean, now, little less Arsene gauge, but you have to be very scared if you're here. 60% with a fresh stock on Omega. This isn't spelling a very fortunate game 2.
This might not end the way Zaheer wants, but, you know, he's putting up a fight, and that's really all you can ask for. And now Arsene's out, and we'll see how Zaheer is able to handle this. You know, he hasn't been doing too great against it, but we'll see.
And, you know, the one thing that I've noticed, Argo, is that Omega has mainly just been harassing Zaheer with aerials that are just stuffing out Zaheer, landing aggressively on him.
Yep.
Or just calling him out, saying, like, look, I know you're going to be here. This is your only option. Here's a back air, just like that.
Oh, my goodness. No
that's game
bomb.
over.
No nothing. No recovery for you, says Omega, and 2-0 in a very dominant fashion. I feel like Zaheer, you know, he played the best he could, but Omega, he's just too good. I mean, outplaying Omega, that's, you know, only a few in Georgia can actually do that.
Yeah, and not only is it that only a few people in Georgia can outplay Omega, it's the people who can download information and match Omega's tempo.
Yeah.
That's a whole new stuff. So Wrath and Jack